My name's Ginger. Welcome to my little corner where there is no wrong way to play with paper. And today we are doing a scraps to embellishment video. We are taking our scraps and creating embellishments with them, hence the name, right? So I love that my friends do it with me, and you can go and see what they are creating with their scraps. There is a playlist in the description, as always, and we do little themes. And this week, the theme is flying things. Anything that flies is what you can make, and I made some cute little ladybugs, and so I hope that you will enjoy that. I hope that it inspires you. I would love to know what you think, so please comment. I always answer you. It may take me a bit, but I get there. And let's just get started. Let's flip this camera around. All right, you guys, let's get started. So like I said, the theme for this week is things that fly, flying things. You could do whatever you wanted. Butterflies. I did ladybug kind of theme. You could do airplanes. You could do birds, whatever you like. You just have to create a journal block, a title, and 2 matching embellishments. So that's what I've done today. Lots of fun. I actually made an extra because I was having so much fun. So my title is Little Lady. My journal block is this gnome house, and I'll put close-ups at the end, and we are going to put some of these elements together. I have a little gal here with holding an umbrella, and you'll notice everything is ladybug theme. A little gal in a teacup, and then I've also got just a little matching gal that also went with them. Like I said, I made a little bit extra. I do need to trim this one up a little bit. I don't often use the silhouette when I create, and this is why. When you create on your Cricut, now today I did use my Cricut. When you create on your Cricut, it always gives you a silhouette to put all the things on. But I don't know what I do wrong, and I'm sure it's operational error. But it just never quite lines up for me. And I don't know, I mean, sometimes it does, but I really wish they'd make that silhouette just a little bit smaller. There we go, that looks better. So let's put all this together. I'm actually going to put a few extra elements. I thought I'd kind of doing things backwards today, but you know, that's how I roll. I got these wooden ladybugs a while ago on Temu. Love them, absolutely love them. And we're gonna put one on the teacup, we're gonna put one on the house, and we're gonna put one on the umbrella. And if you guys hear thundering, it's because, well, it's thundering at my house. We have had so much rain, and I'm just gonna put these on. Here, which we desperately need in West Texas, but I'm a little sick of it, I'm not gonna lie. And there are so many flies. I'm pretty sure it's like invasion of the flies around here, but you know, beggars can be choosers. You either want the rain or not. So we'll just be grateful. That's my motto. All right. So I'm just going to add those little wooden ladybugs, and then all the little girls, they have wings, and you'll see that as we put a couple of these together. All right. I say a couple because I'm not going to put this girl together. They're pretty much all put together in the same way, so there's no need to do it. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to use these little envelopes, and I'm going to put all these little parts. I need to let them dry. That's a big tip. Before you mail your embellishments, if you're doing a swap or you're mailing with someone else, let your pieces dry 100% before you package them. I can't tell you how many times things have been stuck together, and I feel so bad because the paper gets ripped. So I'm actually going to heed my own advice. Is that the way that should be said? I don't know. Me and big words. Not a good idea. I'm going to set them on this piece of paper, and we will put some stuff together here. Let's see here. We'll start. I'm just going to let those dry off to the side. We're going to start with the little umbrella girl. Okay. I think this is the rest of her little parts in here. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I quit. That goes with that one. Okay. So I have already inked all the parts. Here is the base. Like I said, most of the time I don't use this base. To me, it's more of a hassle than it's worth, but that's just my opinion. If you are more comfortable using the base, then I think that you should. Like, I just do whatever works best for you. My way's not the only way to do it. All right, so what we're going to do is I start off by putting the legs on, and we're just gonna glue them on. Ta-da! This is why I do paper underneath, because I just put glue all over the paper too. If I didn't do that, it'd be all over my desk. And you do your best to line them up the best you can, okay? Put one leg on that side, another one goes on this side, just like that. Then I do believe, I've said this many a times, there is an order to do things. I have learned to put one together first before I do some batch embellishment making if I'm doing a swap, because I end up doing it different and it'll end up looking better. I do think it makes a difference. This is a cut file for Marjorie Designs. I'll try to remember to put the link in the description. If I don't, we all know I have old people problems. Let me know and I'll get it for you. Okay, I've had this one, I think, for a little while actually. It might have been one of the new ones that I've uploaded. They have free ones over there, and then same thing with Doodlebug. Like, they go over there and just check out their free ones. You can download them. And over time, you get a bunch of different cut files. All right, so then we took the head that I've already inked, and I went ahead and I added the hair, which I know it looks so crazy right now, but when you put the two together, it looks like actual girl hair. So there's that. Next, what I need to do is I need to put on the arms. Now, the arms came like this, and I didn't like it. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it, but for the sake of being true to the video, I am gonna go ahead and ink them, and we'll try it. I'll try it one more time. Maybe I just didn't do it right, now that I've put a few together. But inking your elements is a great way to bring your embellishment to life. Foam is another way. We are going to use foam today. All these are great options, okay? Next, I'm going to put on the dress. And then we're going to put on the sleeves, the arms, however you want to view it. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to call it. We're going to straighten out the dress because it's crooked. She gets dressed like me in the morning. Oh, y'all, let me tell you a story. Just got back from a little Texas staycation. If you live in Texas, you just know. Traveling in Texas is a vacation. It's a whole thing. Anyway, I just got back, spent the whole day, went all over town, get back to the hotel room. Y'all, I had my shirt on inside out. And do you think anyone loved me enough to tell me? No, they did not. My husband, my daughter, Jill, was laughing so hard at me. She's like, well, Mom, she's like any other day. I'm like, what are you trying to say? Like, I'm running around with clothes on inside out, backwards, upside down. She's like, yeah, I'm kind of. What? Y'all, some days I do good just to get up in the morning. All right, so I'm going to put the little nose on, and I'm going to put its little hands on. I did ink the nose. You will notice I did not ink the hands. Let me tell you why. Another story, right? Because they are very hard to ink. Very hard. But without the nose being inked, it just did not look right to me. I did not like it. So, yeah, that's why I went ahead and inked it. Now, I have the top of her shirt, the collar, set to the side. You guys didn't see it here. I had it set over here a little bit outside of the camera. I don't know, maybe you did see it, but all right. So while this is drying, I'm gonna do some of the embellishing on the face. We're gonna give it some cheeks. Her, I say it, her. We're going to also, now all of these pieces, well, not the cheeks, but the eyes, a little tiny mouth, they were too small. I am learning with my Cricut still. I mean, it's been a year, but I'm still learning. And I've learned I don't need to cut everything just because it's in the cut file. Cut file? Yeah. No, it's a waste. Most of the time it shreds and it looks awful and I don't like it. I'm gonna give her some eyelashes here. But I can do it with fine line and markers. There's, nope. I ain't got that much patience. I'm telling you, I do not. So I'm not in denial, and I accept it for what it is. And it's just my little tip. You can totally do it by hand, but definitely take them, like delete them out of your cut file before you cut, because you'll waste the blade and the paper. And I don't care so much about the paper. I got paper coming out my ears, but blades are expensive for my Cricuts. I have the maker, and oh, they're expensive. Even the off-brand ones are expensive. And I go through quite a few. It doesn't cut as nice, and I don't like to take the time. Now you see I'm just lining it up here. And look how cute. How cute is she? She's adorable. Just saying, she's adorable. Then I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to put some little ladybug polka dots on her dress. I always go in like sets of 3, sets of 5. Y'all know me and my, you know, odd numbers. But, so there's that. Next, I'm going to set this aside here. All right. I am going to put its wings on, her wings on, but I want to let that glue dry before I start adding more to these arms. So that's, I learned, right? We put the first one together, so we learned. Next, what I'm going to do, I ink this, and I use gray. I have the white. I do. I have the white, but I like the gray better. I think it shows up better on black. I don't know why, but it does. I'm going to put the trim on our umbrella. Anybody else singing the Rihanna song? Umbrella, Ella. Okay, sorry. I need to get out more. Can't help it. All right, and we're gonna finish off the trim with no entertainment. I'll spare all of you. And just like that. Then I need to put the top little flower on. You notice I grab my tools. I like using my tools. I know I've said it, but you know, oh, well, it helps if I don't use that. But we have new followers, which welcome, by the way. If you're new, we adore you. And using my tools, my tweezers, my pickup little stick here, I can see where I'm putting things, and it just makes me more comfortable. But do whatever works best for you. My way may not be your way, and there is nothing wrong with that. However, there is something wrong with having this knot in the center. That's going to drive me crazy. So let's see if we can roll it and fix it. Roll on, little flower. Y'all, I'm losing it today. It's getting late in the day. Ginger's getting tired. All right, so we're going to take, I like these Tool Art acrylic paint pens when I'm trying to do white on black. Yes, you could use a gel pen, but trying to make big enough little circles, I don't know how y'all's gel pens, and I even have some nice ones now, they just don't work as nice as this. So I do recommend these. MK Gun recommended these for wood veneer, which they work amazing, but I like it for this too. So I'm just going to put, oh, I need to shake it. It's come out of its, there we go. And I'm just gonna put little dots. I'm trying to hurry because I do not want to film when it's storming, because I'll have to go sit with Mr. Charlie. He gets scared. And our power could go out. Then you won't even be able to see me. Well, that might not be bad, but okay, just like that. And I'd lay you money there's an odd number of dots. Should we count? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I don't know. My eye just knows. I can't explain it. I surprise myself sometimes. All right, so then I'm going to take, and I need to put the wings on next. Not this on here next, this on here, because I'll tell you in just a second. It works, just trust me when I tell you, it works better that way. So the little wings need to go just like this, and there's a little tab here. We're just gonna put a little dot of glue. And I'm gonna take her and I'm gonna set her down on top of the wing. Actually, I'm not, because I have to weave this in. It looks better with the wing on top of her hair. And I thought about putting it on there first. It just, I don't know, it didn't look right. Like it was easier to put the wing on. You just gotta hold it for a second so it stays. But it just did not look right to me. It needed to go on after her hair. So that's how we did it. This side's a little bit easier, maybe because I'm right-handed. I don't know. But there's her little wings. And next we need to glue on the stem here, the handle for our umbrella. And we're gonna go right up here. Always put your glue on the biggest piece that you're gonna glue onto in general. Not all, every time, but in general, that's how it works. Because you know where it's gonna lay. If you try to put it on here, you're gonna try to match it up. And sometimes, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes it doesn't work for me and it drives me cuckoo crazy. Okay, just saying. Next, we gotta put her little antenna on. She has a little antenna because she's a ladybug. So we're gonna put only one because the umbrella will cover up the other half. And we're just gonna take our antenna here and put it right up there. This is pretty cute. And I didn't want to, I started to put, sorry, lost my train of thought there. I started to put some of these on there, but they would have been too heavy and then the antenna part would have fell over. So I just chose not to do that. I felt it would be better to do it this way. So that's why I did it this way, okay? Next, I'm gonna put the glue right where I want it to sit on her head. I know part of this is gonna go in the umbrella. And this got a little hairy for me because I want the stem to be in the middle of the umbrella, right? So I did my very best to do that. Just like that. And now I'm going to pick it up and flip it over, okay? I'm gonna go just like that. I'm gonna take foam. Now I love these scrapbook adhesive foam dots. And I'm gonna cover the back of this. I'm not gonna take the backs off. I'm just going to cover them because whoever gets this is gonna need it to lay even with the rest of the embellishment. So just like that. How cute is she? She's like the cutest thing ever. I forgot to draw her little mouth, but that's okay. We can do that. We'll give her a little smile. Isn't she sweet? She's so sweet. We're gonna put a little ladybug on her because I forgot to do that in the last one. That's why I had to do it when we first started filming. And then we need to put the handle on top of the umbrella end, just like that. Are these not the cutest things ever? I have lots of them and I've used them a lot. I've gifted a lot of them. They're just sweet, very sweet. Okay, so we're gonna put the end of the umbrella on and ta-da! We have, I'm gonna take it up off of here, our little umbrella ladybug girl. So there's that one, okay? I'm gonna set that one right up there. Next, I want to make my title. So we're gonna make my title. I've learned to film, to use my little envelopes. It just works better. And let's see here. We have little lady. First things first is we're going to want to put the offset. That's what it's called when you do this trim, maybe you would want to say, or background. I offset it twice. I wanted red, white, and black, just like I have for a ladybug. So I like to hold it in my tweezers when I'm doing something long like this, okay? And just like so. I can see where I'm putting it if I use my tweezers. And ta-da, little. And this one here goes just like this. Oh, it's gonna storm. Oh, Heavenly Father, just let me finish, please. Is that asking too much? Maybe. That's kind of selfish, isn't it? Okay, so there's Lady. Totally talking to myself too. And then I'm gonna sit here and I'm going to let me put these out so I can show you the way I do this the fastest way possible. Because when you're doing quite a few titles, or any title for that matter, and it's on the smaller side, because this one is, it can seem like it takes forever picking it up, holding it down. I'm these are the parts to the girl. Lady, let's find our L. I do have kind of a system that works a little bit better, to be honest with you. Let me show you how I like to do this. So instead of picking these each up individually, I like to just go like this and trace where the letter would be. Then watch, it takes more time to lay it out than it does to put it on here, just like this. Okay, now be mindful, that one's on a little Cricut. As soon as you lay it down, just bring it over and fix it, okay? So I'm gonna put the rest of the title on. Okay, so we have little lady all done. Then we're gonna make the little teacup girl next. And so first we're gonna put our teacup together. I've already inked it, okay? Just like so. And I'm gonna get my tweezers and I'm gonna put my handle on, just like so. Put this on the very end. Ta-da! Then it sits on a little black, saucer. Is that what we want to call it? I don't know anymore. At this point, I've lost my mind. Please send help. In the way of paper and embellishments. That's what I need. Yeah. All right, so then I know it's going to land on here. I found flipping this over works a little bit better for me. Do what works best for you. And I just went from corner to corner. And just like that, okay? Then the little gal needs to go on here, the silhouette. Just like so. And I only glued her legs, okay? And I'm gonna go down just like this. She's sitting in the teacup, so make sure your end goes just like that. Then we can glue on her little footses, which overlap. And yes, I make up my own language, I'm very aware. Those that have been with me for a while, they just accept it. We don't argue about it. We just know Ginger's a little cray-cray. Okay, just like that. And then this one goes here, just like that. Now, here we are again, where the silhouette, you can see it. So all I did was take a black marker and color it in, because it was just driving me crazy to look at it. Okay, now we know where she's sitting, and I can feel that this is gluing to my back. There we go. Now we know where she's sitting, so I'm going to take my Sharpie again, okay, and I'm gonna put little ladybug dots. Now, in a perfect world, I would have had polka dot paper, but I didn't have that in my scraps. So I'm using what I have and just making it work. I didn't want to pull out a full sheet of paper to just cut a few pieces, because in this one I'm not making 8 like a normal swap. I make a title, I make embellishment, and I make 3. I make one for me, one for my bestie, and one for someone to swap with. So, and then if I have to substitute, I simply don't keep one for myself, which I'm totally fine with. I don't mind whatsoever. Okay, so now I'm gonna put her little pigtails on. Now the first one I did, I won't even show her on camera. She was a little wild. Her pigtails were off kilter. That's okay. Maybe she just had a bad hair day. I have lots of them. And so just like that, I put her ponytails. That's what I'm trying to say. Get it out, Ginger. Spit it out. Just like that. And again, take it up off your backing because it'll glue itself to it. It has a mind of its own. All right, then we're gonna do the hair, just like that. Doo-doo. And we're gonna put it on, just like that. Next, we need to put her nose on. Same thing as the first one, right? That's why I told you, by the end of this, you won't need me. You won't want me to put the last one together. We'll hang out and be friends. We don't need to do that. Then I'm gonna take and I'm gonna give her some eyes. Just like that. Isn't it crazy how she starts to come to life? We're going to do a small mouth because I forgot on the other one. And And give her some eyelashes, just like that. And of course, we need to give her some rosy cheeks. She needs to have rosy cheeks because she's a happy girl. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to do the same thing. Just going to, I do need to cut one in half. I don't have another one cut in half, so do that. Just like so. Okay, but I'm gonna set her aside because she still needs her clothes and her arms. She can't go naked. I mean, I guess she could, but we would probably rather she did not. So I'm just going to take my tweezers and put her dress on, just like so. Okay, just like that. Don't panic because her arms will cover that up. So I'm going to get her arms, which I have sitting right over here. Right there. And I need to ink them. So I just thought we would ink them together. I inked most of the parts, but because I don't want to sit here. You know how long it takes me longer to sit here and ink them than anything. Like that takes me the most time is the inking, but that's okay. I just put on my favorite YouTube video and I just sit here and twiddle away at it. Just like so. A little bit at a time. Okay. Probably should have used my tweezers. It probably would have been easier, but that's all right. We're not going to talk about that. All right. So just like so. And we'll give her an arm here. And of course she needs what you do to one side, you gotta do to the other, just like some algebra, right? Just like that. And she needs to top to her dress. So we're gonna put that on there next. I have that sitting right over here as well. Ta-da! We can put her head on, like so. Giving the foam, even if you just do it on this part, this is a little trick I learned from Miss Shannon Keith, and I use it all the time now from watching her. You know, that's what YouTube is, right? We watch one another, we're inspired by one another, and that's just so awesome. So awesome. I love it. All right, next I'm going to put on her wings. Now, this is a little bit different, just in the fact that I'm just going to hold it different. We're going to put them on the same way, though. Just because she's a little bit different shape than the other one. I'm just going to hold that there. And same thing here. She can't be a ladybug without wings and antennas. And we're just going to put it on. Ta-da! She has her wings. And we need to put little dots on her dress as well. She's a ladybug too. Now you'll notice some of the reds are a little bit different. Well, because that's what papers I had. So that's what they are. No more, no less. Now another tip I want to share that somebody shared with me is when I cut out the little hands, I literally will leave them on my mat if you use a Cricut at all. And leave them on there until I'm ready to use them. Then I don't misappear. I don't know what happens to my parts on my Cricut when I cut them. I know they all cut, but it never fails. I'm missing a nose. I'm missing an arm. An arm and a leg. I don't know. It's always something. Okay, so we got her little hands on there. Whoops. And I'm going to use my Cricut tool. Straighten those out. Okay, now we need to put a little ladybug, and I'm going to put it on this side this time. I feel like, oh, her antennas. That's what I'm like, I'm forgetting something. Yeah, her antenna, Ginger. Her antennas. There's the antennas, and then the tops to those. I'm going to grab those. I use 3 mats at a time, and let me tell you why. Okay, I was pretty proud of myself because I came up with this idea all by myself. while one mat is cutting, I can be taking stuff off of the other mat, right? So I can 100% be doing double duty, because sometimes just sitting here and waiting is the worst part while it cuts. Oh my goodness, some static cling going on here. Still didn't get it. And so like that way, if I need to leave the parts on, like all the little black pieces and stuff, then I can. It's not a big deal. I have more than what mat, like I said, I always have 3 in rotation all the time. I mean, you see this one, I have one over here. I'll show you here in just a second. With all my little black pieces on it. See, all my little, oh my gosh, all my little black pieces on it. Now, see all these? I did not need to cut those. Those are all the tiny little dots. Could you imagine gluing those on? Nope, this woman is not doing that. I'm all about crafting. That is not something I'm going to do. Okay, so there's our little teacup girl. There's our title. We still need to make our little journal block house, and we still need to, is that it? Just the journal block house? I think so. Yeah. Okay, because I put the last one together on my own. Because like I said, all the people are put together the exact same way. So, all right. So I'm going to ink this. I inked it. This is the base. I've inked that. We're going to just put it right here on this edge. I don't think we will need those again. I get things out of my way. I can't. It drives me cuckoo crazy. All right. So we're going to put the mushroom top on. Okay. Just like that. Then I'm going to put on my circle for the window. Okay, tweezers, see, I do need them. What do I know? Just like that. And then you're gonna offset the pink circle inside of that. Just like so. And then the window. Now, this came with like 3 more circles. And look how ginormous they are. So, no, I did not put them on there. I did not want them on there. Oh, so, yeah. And then, you know, I start talking, not know what I'm doing. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. We're going to put our little hearts across the top. And they do have a size to them. So we'll put smaller one. The bigger one I know goes over here on the end. Come on now. Just like so. And I need to cut off that little piece there. Oh, I got it. And just like that. We have 3 hearts across the top. And we're just about done. And my idea is somebody could use a white gel pen to just simply journal. Why not? Then I have some more hearts here, 4 more. And I'm simply going to go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm going to put a dot and a little heart. And we're going to put our little ladybug on there. Here's my heart. Ta-da! Here's my ladybug. Double ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Then I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna put my hearts down first. This is just how I did it. You could do it however you like. I just wanted to add a little detail to give it that ladybug house feel, okay? That's the only reason I did it. You could do it however you want. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm going to just put some little specks like it's a ladybug. 3, 4, and 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there we go. All done. That's a unique journal block. I was pretty proud of myself that I came up with that all by myself. And that is all of our little people. Now, like I said, I put this one together already. I didn't think you wanted me to watch me do another one. And we have a title. Come on now. Little lady. We could even go like this if you wanted to. I have my two little gals, and I also have my little umbrella gal. Aren't they cute? They're so cute. Now, I am going to give each person a couple of extra because this little gal here, she needs some little friends too. Plus, that gives me 5. I couldn't give just one extra because I got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, y'all know at this point. Oh, Junior's talking to Mr. Charlie. That's it. I hope you're inspired. Check out everyone else. I have friends that also do scraps to embellishments. They'll use their scraps in different ways. You can click that one link playlist and watch several videos at once. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you. I always answer when you comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you made for things that fly. And I will see you next time. Be blessed. Bye-bye.